Ambassador of Ireland to Nigeria, Mr. Cian Hoy, has declared that he will encourage ambassadors of the European Union countries to closely monitor elections in Rivers State and other Niger Delta states to promote transparency and credible polls in 2019. This is as the Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Ezeuwike, stated that in 2019 the vote of the people must count. He said the electoral umpire, INEC, must conduct the elections in line with the Electoral Act and guidelines. Addressing journalists after a closed-door meeting with the Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Ezeuwike, at the Government House Port Harcourt on Tuesday, Ambassador Hoy noted that his country is interested in violence-free polls in the region.
But I will be encouraging my colleagues that we should be on the ground supporting those who want democracy, transparency and free and fair elections. And the Governor and I both agree that with transparency, free and fair and credible elections, then the risk of violence will decrease.
He congratulated the Governor for his developmental strides and efforts in dealing with insecurity in the area, which has led to the growth in oil production and revenue.
And I have congratulated the Governor on his efforts and the efforts of the local authorities in Rivers in dealing with the insecurity in the Niger Delta. Now we have seen an increase in the oil production for Nigeria, and this is benefiting all Nigerians.
The ambassador added that they discussed the development of the agricultural sector with the Rivers State Governor.
I think Nigeria is blessed with wonderful resources. I have spoken many times about the potential for agriculture, and when I was here last I travelled by road to Enugu. I also visited the port, and I visited some Irish citizens who are living here. But I think agriculture is important, industry is important, processing, but in order to advance all of these agendas, peace and security is the key thing. With peace and security in Nigeria, everything is possible.
Rivers State Governor Nyesom Ezeuwike said if INEC and security agencies play by the rules, it will reduce the level of violence in 2019.
Some of the challenges you see that when people have lost faith, but if they implement from what I've heard from the passage of the letter by the House of Representatives, which if is also consented to by the Senate and then assented to by the President, everybody will go home smiling that it will reduce the level of violence, it will reduce the interference by the security operatives and the Independent Electoral Commission.
He said the government and people of Rivers State are ready to support any process that will lead to credible, free and fair elections.
I've told him that we are ready to support anything that will lead to transparent, free and fair election that will be violence free, that will not be any rancor, and for us we've done quite enough to win the confidence of our people, so we don't need anybody to interfere or to manipulate the electoral process to our own advantage. No, we don't need that. We want everything to be clear. Let the people decide.
Governor Wike said that Rivers State occupies an important position in the affairs of the country.
And we have also discussed about the issue of free and fair, transparent election, which is key, and which I told him that if the security agencies and the electoral umpire do not interfere with the process, that will obviously reduce the level of violence. That to me, my study has been that the violence is as a result of people trying to manipulate the process. And in manipulating the process, people want to resist that manipulation. And at the end of it, it leads to violence, and which is not necessary.